Hi friends, welcome to my channel. And today I shall discuss with you about the non-verbal communication. In the earlier two lectures I have discussed with you about the communication system and about the verbal communication. And in this lecture I shall totally focus on the non-verbal communication. Now what is non-verbal communication? Non-verbal communication is the most primitive form of communication. Since the birth of human beings in this earth, they have communicated with each others by different forms of non-verbal communication. And in the non-verbal communication, what happens? Individuals communicate with each other without using any verbal and graphic modes of communication. That means in the non-verbal communication, people doesn't communicate with each other by spoken words or by pictures or by cartoons or by written words. They communicate with each other by certain non-verbal means, and these means include facial expression, tone, space, body language, etc. Actually, nonverbal communication is the basic system of communication. It is the base on which the human communication system relies. Now, regarding different types of communication, it can be said that facial expression is one of the key areas through which nonverbal communication is made. Facial expression of an individual shows different types of feelings. It reveals disgust, it reveals sadness, happiness, etc. Suppose you have received the news of the demise of your near and dear ones and you have started to cry. So, this facial expression reveals your sadness. Suppose someone has given you an extremely happy news and you have at once started to smile, and it shows your happiness at the receiving of this news. And in conducting the class properly, the teacher should read the facial expression of the students properly, because if the teachers read the facial expression of the students properly, he or she can delve deep into the mood of his students, and he or she will be able to attain his or her goals properly then. Next comes the tone of voice of the individuals. Voice of an individual is one of the modes of nonverbal communication. Suppose you are not speaking, you just got a news and you roughly uttered. So it shows that you have become angry. You are angry now. So it reveals your mood. Another area of effective communication is eye contact. Eye contact reveals whether you are interested to listening someone or you are disinterested. Eye contact presents your attention. Suppose your father is telling something, your father is telling that you should be disciplined, you should not behave in the harsh manner, and you looked away from him. It shows that you are least interested in listening to your father. Eye contact is analyzed in the matter of interrogation by the interrogators. If they find that the convicts looked elsewhere while the session of interrogation was going on, they will realize that the convicts are telling lies. Eye contact is one of the important areas through which communication in the classroom is also made. If the teacher's lecture is listened carefully by the students, then the students will look at the teachers straight. If they are disgusted by the class, they will look elsewhere. If they were annoyed by the teaching of the teacher, by his teaching methods, teaching materials, teaching policies, they will look elsewhere. So, eye contact is one of the effective modes of nonverbal communication. Body movement and gesture are other two important areas of communication in the nonverbal type of communication. If the person's mood is aggressive, he will behave aggressively. If the person is calm and polite, he will behave mildly. He will not behave wildly. Actually, body is one of the areas through which the moods and feelings of a person is revealed to the outside world. And as a teacher in teaching classes, we should probably take care of the body movements, body language of the students. And gestures are another important area of nonverbal communication. It is one of the important means of effective communication in the nonverbal communication type. And gestures are culture specific. Suppose you are blessing someone in India, and you are blessing someone in India by lifting your hands. But in the European countries, this will not be seen as a kind of providing blessing. It will be seen as a kind of way of forgiving someone. So, gestures are always culture specific and time bound. But gestures are important ways of providing communication in the nonverbal manner. Apart from these, there are also two other factors that are also important and effective modes of nonverbal communication, and they are physical touch and proximity. Physical touch is one of the effective means of nonverbal communication. Through physical touch, we can express our feelings, our emotions properly. Suppose one is embracing another man deeply, warmly, and this embrace shows the deep love of the man for another one. Actually, through physical touch, one can express those feelings which cannot be uttered verbally. Caressing, embracing, hugging, handshaking, these are all the effective means of communication. Next comes proximity. By proximity, we mean physical closeness. If two people are physically close while communicating with each other, we can realize that their relationship has deep warmth. They are attached to each other properly. Their attachment is stronger than the other relations. So physical closeness or proximity is that sign through which the emotional bond of the individuals are shown to the outside world. So what we find that these modes of nonverbal communication reveal the inner feelings and emotions of the individuals. So, friends, up to this portion, I am discussing nonverbal communication. Suppose you enjoy this video, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share this video to your friends so that they can also view the content of my video. Thank you. Thanks a lot for watching this video.